Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Hello and welcome to the Red Lasered Water Guy show. All right, it's great to be with you today. Okay, show up more about structured water and how that's the only water that really hydrates the body well. And the key to your health, wellness, longevity, and happiness is to be hydrated. And hydrated is something that's never really talked about much in our society, mainly because we've been promoted, advertised, and everything to go away from water to other fluids, like the Cokes and alcohols and stuff like that, which are not water. You got water in them, but we're going to cover why they're not going to hydrate your body, better. And hydration is, again, the key to your whole body functioning wellness, manifold, and making the most out of your life. So takes more than water. You want to add some minerals to the water also, because minerals are the communication link from cell to cell, because we communicate electrically. So that's another point. Nobody else can vibrate for you, okay? And the frequency that you're vibrating determines your health and wellness also, and it all comes together with the water. Water being the key. We need oxygen, but oxygen doesn't flow without enough water, and so we need nutrients. But nutrients can't get to the cells if we don't have enough water. So water is the only thing that hydrates your body. So, and pain is actually a warning signal of dehydration. With the process is out here to get everything on what is causing the pain, and covering up just continues to lower your frequency and your vibration lower and lower. Then you get more symptoms. They put new labels on it, give you some prescriptions, takes you down even lower. So it's a downward spiral or an upward spiral. No standing still on it. And we're only one person responsible for your health, and that's you. I'm the only one responsible for my health. And I took charge of that back in my 20s, which was like 50 years ago almost. So it's all about personal responsibility to be healthy. Our health's our greatest asset. With our health, life's a lot of fun. We can accomplish a lot and have a lot of fun, but without it, life's not a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and start the screen share and the PowerPoint, DJ. And okay, so here we are again. My goal is to help you, help yourself, help your body heal itself naturally. And naturally is the key. I grew up, I was born a blue baby, had a lot of challenges, major operation at 7 months old, took out my appendix. I haven't had any acidophilus naturally in my colon since I was 7 months old. And so that was a set of problems of its own. But I ended up with asthma, hay fever, sinuses, and tons of allergies on a farm in Indiana, 100-acre working farm. So I grew up on penicillin, basically, because I was always sick as a younger child. And then when I got out of the Air Force in Las Vegas, I was allergic to everything in the desert. And in my mid-20s, I found a chiropractor that had some potions and stuff for detoxing and cleansing the liver and the gallbladder, et cetera. And so over a couple of year period, I healed all that holistically, and I've been healthy ever since. And then about 15 years ago, I came across frequencies and using frequencies to help the body heal itself naturally. And that's where Pure Vibrance comes in. That's the company I've been working with for over 14 years. I've seen some pretty miraculous things, taking place. It's all about self-care for self-healing. And one of the books that I read early on that really helped me understand that was your body's many cries for water. Dr. Batman Galdage says, you're not sick, you're thirsty. Don't treat thirst with medication. Okay, so it's a book I highly recommend. Your body's many cries for water will turn your whole outlook around on water and salt, unprocessed sea salt. Those are the two keys that he used in a prison to help a lot of people heal their bodies when they didn't have access to any kind of other doctor. So again, it's Dr. Batman Galdage, your body's many cries for water. So what's the difference between hydration and dehydration? All right. Hydration is adding back the water to the body that's been lost in order to keep it functioning properly. Okay, the body has a certain amount of water it needs, and water has to be replaced every day. Think about it. We exhale. Now's a good time to even see it. When you exhale in the wintertime, you see that steam come out. Well, we exhale 1/3 to 1/2 of a quart of water just with natural movement and everything. And then the more active we are, that increases. So if you're into sports, you're out doing, a lot of heavy, hard work, you might exhale over a quart of water a day, just naturally. Well, we got to replace that quart of water so that the body's got everything it needs. All the reservoirs and reserves are full for our body to be healthy and functioning. And so if you're already dehydrated, now you've got to catch up to figure out what that level is to get your health back and then maintain that hydration level. So dehydration means there's not enough water in your body for it to function properly. The body has its own regulatory structure for water. And the more dehydrated you get, it actually starts shutting down water going to certain areas because the brain has priority. It's always going to get water to the brain. And then the heart would be next. And after that, it's got its own priorities, which can be a little scary, start shutting down. So dehydration is the root cause of so things like high blood pressure. High blood pressure is essentially hypertension, and it's an adaptive process to a gross body deficiency. Dehydrated. When you're dehydrated, your blood cannot have any air bubbles in it. All right. So when you get more and more, and your blood's 94% water. So when you get low and get dehydrated and your blood gets thinner or less of it, then the blood vessels and arteries and stuff have to shrink in order not to have any air gaps in it, any bubbles. And so that's where the hypertension starts to come in. Everything gets smaller. Now it takes the heart more work to pump it through. It's really that simple. So high blood pressure can be just, the body can heal that on its own when you hydrate the body fully. And so it's all about hydration, and nobody can hydrate for you, okay? Diabetes is basically dehydration and low on unprocessed sea salt, because salt, again, is the communication structure for the body, like telephone wire for the body from cell to cell. And so when you get dehydrated, now the body's not able to produce the insulin and regulate it like it's supposed to. So those are the two causes of diabetes. It also, when you're low on water and you're exhaling, now the body's afraid it's going to run out of water. It's in a drought mode, if you will. Now it's going to restrict the exhale so that it's saving water. And so that's where asthma comes in. Allergies. Allergens need water to get out of the body. So that's just another set of symptoms. The pain of dehydration, lots of different pains in dehydration. Dyspeptic pain is the one that Dr. Batman Galdage is working with the most, which is the abdominal pains from ulcers and things like that in this prison where he was doing all of his work, where he learned how important water was for healing the body. So rheumatoid arthritis pain, okay? Again, it's just a lack of water. Your joints are lubricated with water, right? And it's not alcohol, not Coke, not any of the caffeinated drinks. Those are all diuretics, which we'll get to here in a little bit. the anginal pain, the chest pains, heart pains, stuff like that. Low back pain. Again, the disc in your back, there's only one thing that inflates those discs and lubricates that movement, and that's water, okay? Preferably structured, microclustered water. Leg pain when you're walking, and cramps. Cramps are, again, another sign of dehydration and not enough minerals like potassium and stuff like that in your body. Everything is a signal, okay? And we want to start paying attention to those signals instead of, covering them up and getting a quick fix. So migraines, hangover, headaches, that pain is all about dehydration. All right. Had to get my my water here. Okay, so colitis pain and its associated constipation. Constipation, all that is about dehydration, not enough water to lubricate the system. False appendicitis pain. So that's all based on dehydration. Okay, excess body weight, dehydration and excess body weight. See, the front of the brain gets its energy through hydroelectricity or from sugar circulating in the blood. Its functional needs for the hydroelectricity are more urgent. So what happens is if it's not got enough water coming through the membrane to create that energy hydroelectrically, then the brain sends out a signal that it needs more energy. And so it's not only for the energy formation from water, but it also, the brain needs more water for the energy formation, but it also uses the water as a transport system within the microstream flow system that depends on more water, which is the nervous system, the brain, with all the functions. The brain gets like 20% of the blood in our body and 20% of the energy in our body because the brain's working all the time. So what happens is the brain sends out a sensation of thirst and hunger. They're generated simultaneously, okay, to indicate the brain's needs. And so, you're getting the signal for hunger and thirst, but we've become numb to be able to tell the difference in the two. So what happens is we don't recognize the sensation of thirst and assume that both indicates the urge to eat. So we eat food when we should be receiving water, drinking water. So what you can do to help the people he worked with that lost a lot of weight, one of them lost like 30 pounds, another one 45 pounds. They lost weight by drinking water before they ate and managed to separate the two sensations where they could tell whether they were thirsty or hungry. So they didn't overeat to satisfy an urge for the intake of water. The body's telling them they need water, but we must take it as a need for food. And so we eat food, which compounds it because now we don't have enough water for the food to digest it. So every function of digestion requires water to be in place before the food enters the mouth or is smelled. Because when you smell it, your digestive fluids start to work already. You start to get some saliva working in your mouth, things like that. So the water has to be in place after you drink it to where it can come into the walls of the stomach to help come in. When the food comes in, it comes in through the walls of the stomach and creates the hydrochloric acid to help the body digest that food. So it's a good habit would be always drink a few minutes before you eat, 15 minutes or so preferably, like 12 ounces of water or something. That way you've got all the water you need, and now you're probably not going to overeat if you're somebody that does that like I used to. Okay. So caffeine drinks. All right. Caffeine drinks equals dehydration. Just because there is water in it doesn't mean it will hydrate your body. Okay. And so coffee, tea, alcohol, manufactured beverages all dehydrate your body. They're all diuretics. They cause your body to get rid of the water that they are dissolved in, plus some more water from your body's reserves, because it takes more water to get it out of your body. So it's a downward spiral. It's lowering your vibration. So caffeine drinks are the background to all health problems, and its counterpart is the aspartame and other artificial sweeteners. Because what they do is make you hungrier quicker, make you think you're hungrier quicker. And the testing you've done on it shows that you can eat a big meal, and with the aspartame and the artificial sweeteners, along with the dehydration, and 90 minutes later, you're hungry again. So you're really thirsty, but you think you're hungry, okay? And so you eat more food instead of drinking more water. Okay, dehydration equals dysfunctional mitochondria. And mitochondria, aging and disease are caused by too many dysfunctional mitochondria in your cells. Every cell in your body's got hundreds to thousands of mitochondria based on how much work that cell has to do. Like the cells in the brain have a lot more mitochondria, the cells in the heart, cells in the muscle, than other cells in the body, like the skin, doesn't do a lot of work. So it has fewer mitochondria. So all aging and disease are caused by too many dysfunctional mitochondria. Too many dysfunctional mitochondria because you don't have enough water, okay? Dehydration. The mitochondria have to have water and free electrons, and mitochondria create their own water called easy water. That's electron rich. But again, there has to be enough water in the system for the mitochondria to do that. So mitochondria are the powerhouse in our cells that generate the ATP, the life force energy, for our body to function. So, there's some other energy sources generated in the body, but the main source for the cells is the ATP, the energy in the cells. So mitochondria also are directly involved in the protein folding process in our cells of our bodies. See, every cell in our body except red blood cells has mitochondria in it. And that's producing the ATP, the life force energy. Every cell in our body also produces proteins, except the red blood cells. And so mitochondria are directly involved in producing the life force energy and the folding process in creating a healthier protein. So what we do when we're hydrated is upregulate the gene expression in our body and builds a healthier protein. So if you want things to change in your life, you must change things in your life. So you can't keep doing the same thing the same way and expect different results. That was Einstein's definition of insanity. Okay. And there's another definition of what I call the, what did I call it? The Cleopatra syndrome, which is the queen of denial. Okay. She was the queen of denial. And we have a lot of people that are in denial about what's causing their problems in life. And I've been there too. So I know exactly, what it's like. I just didn't move in and stay there. I got out early. So again, if you want things in your life to change, then you've got to change things in your life. So again, hydration equals functional mitochondria. Only water hydrates our body and optimizes the function of the mitochondria in the cells of our body. Only water. That's the only one that does it. So we want to make sure we're hydrated in order to stay healthy. So optimizing your mitochondria increases the ATP again, the life force energy, and produces it in its cells. And the more energy that you have in your cells, the healthier you are and the longer you can live, because it's all about the energy in our body to be able to maintain and produce and do the work that the body needs to do to stay healthy. So optimized mitochondria upregulate gene expression to build a healthier protein. And the importance of proteins are responsible for the structure and the function of your body. So it's not only the physical structure, but it's the functionality to be able to move, to be limber, flexible, to be able to go out and have fun. So if you're chronically dehydrated, you may have signs of adrenal fatigue. And what does that look like? If you have sugar cravings, salt cravings, adrenal fatigue, you're tired all the time, exhaustion, false hunger sensations, to where you're wanting to eat instead of have more to drink, sleep issues, vision issues. Your eyes are 98% water. So the more dehydrated you are, then the more strain you have on your eyes trying to stay in focus. And so that can cause, that's why people have to, have new glasses every year, seems like. So exhaustion is another one. The more dehydrated, the more symptoms you will experience, and continuing to get more pronounced, like arthritic pain in joints, etc. Because dehydration will become a progressively more serious problem if it's not addressed early, and you're still drinking all the fluids that are diuretics and causing your body to use more water than it took in. Okay, so if you have dry skin, stiffness, again, the water is what lubricates your knees, your joints, your spine, cushions everything. Hearing loss, and balance. If you have balance problems, that can be, a dehydration and a lack of oxygen. And if you have, anytime you feel yourself getting out of balance, if you'll take 3 or 4 deep breaths, your balance will improve, because the oxygen helps with that also. Asthma, allergies, high blood pressure, over 80% of the diseases are because of dehydration. Dysfunctional mitochondria, too many dysfunctional mitochondria in the cells, is the responsible cause for over 80% of today's diseases. And dysfunctional mitochondria are mostly caused right now by dehydration. So everything is energy. Okay, we've been here before. And so if you want to think in terms of your health, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And that's what we've been talking about all the way through here. Water has an energy that helps bring life to our bodies. Okay, now the water we have in our systems doesn't have much life energy in it, but we'll show you how to change that also and what's going on there. Because it's the vibration, in the water and the energy that help, and the information that help our body heal itself naturally. So your health is determined by the invisible frequency you're vibrating. The life force energy in there. You gotta, work on, like it's Dr. Jack Kruse, he's a self-acclaimed mitochondriac. We want to start doing things. And what I started doing years ago is doing more things that help me optimize my mitochondria to where they're producing all the ATP that I need in my cells to still be out playing. So, and according to the calendar, I'm 74 this year, and supposed to be on the calendar, but biologically I'm in my 40s, and so I'm still able to go out and play. So the quality of your water determines the quality of your hydration. Tap water and bottled water are very low energy, very low life force energy, and it has incoherent vibration memory of where it's been. Water has cellular molecular memory of everywhere it's been. Everything it goes through, if it goes through a pipe that's been put together with lead, soldered together, it picks up the frequency of that lead, that vibration, and carries it with it. So it's got a memory. And the water we have in our metropolitan's water systems are also programmed with several different chemicals that they put in it. And now it's being programmed with birth control pills and all sorts of stuff that gets flushed down the toilets and goes back into the water table and ends up coming back to us. So we got to be careful with that. So RO water, reverse osmosis water, has about double the life force energy of tap water because it's had the toxins filtered out of it. And so that changes the vibration, and it's still got some incoherent vibration to it, but not as much as tap water. So ionized water has a higher life force energy, yet about another 30-40% higher than RO. And it has less incoherent memory, and it is microclustered to some extent, which the body needs microclustered. We'll explain that a little bit, based on the quality and the ability of the ionizing unit to ionize the water. And the higher the pH is set at, the more microclustered it will be. It's like some of them go up to, you can have water going through it at 11 pH. And 11 pH, it's not the pH of the water that helps the body, it's the better microclustering that helps the body. Because the body wants balance as far as pH goes. You can die just as quick from being too alkaline as you can from being too acidic. So it's the microclustering that helps the body heal itself. Microclustering is like your tap water has clusters of molecules of 12 to 16 molecules in the water. And that's too big to hydrate the body through osmosis. So when you run it through an ionizer and some other units, it microclusters it down to 3 or 4 molecules in a cluster. And then the body can start to hydrate itself from the mouth and the upper stomach. It doesn't have to be digested like tap water or bottled water. So again, the quality of your water determines the quality of your hydration. So tap water and bottled water are very low life force energy. And reverse osmosis, ionized. Okay, so what our body wants is structured, microclustered, electron-rich, energized, programmed with human blueprint frequencies. It also wants ionized. And so, well, I'll go ahead through here and see what I've got. Okay, so our body wants coherent frequency memory in the water. And then the water, the body wants water like nature has it, okay? The water in green leafy vegetables like spinach, lettuce, and cabbage is structured water and microclustered water. It's energized by the sun, and it's programmed with the coherent human blueprint frequencies that our body understands. Because the red and infrared rays of the sun are some of the optimal wellness frequencies for our body. And that's what the spinach and the lettuce and the cabbage, your green leafies, are all collecting when they're out in the sunshine growing. Okay, so that's the importance of structured, microclustered, energized, and programmed water. That's what our body wants. Okay, so you can set your water out in the sun's rays for a few hours. So setting your water out in the sun's rays for a few hours will structure it, energize it, and program it with human blueprint frequencies, but it won't microcluster it. Okay, nature does that in the plants, and then we'll show you how that works out in nature also. But you can set your water out there for a few hours, and I would use a glass jar and not the plastic, because you can use plastic, but it's going to gas off more, with the sun shining on it. And then we can show you how to neutralize that also here in a little bit. But that's one way of getting structured, energized, and programmed water to help hydrate your body better, is to set it out in the sun for a few hours. The other way is to go somewhere out in nature where the quality of your water is, determined by nature. The quality of your health is, the quality of your water is the quality of your health, which becomes the quality of your life. Okay, no exceptions. So water in nature comes down the Rocky Mountains, so it's aerated through the rock stream. It's high energy. It's electron rich because of the sun shining on it. It's structured because of going around the rocks and everything and being vortexed. That also microclusters it, and so it hydrates our body effortlessly. And all the Centurion areas around, there's 7 or 8 places where people live, well over 100 in good health, and all of them have access to this kind of water. And it's mineralized coming down through around the rocks. It's picking up minerals and stuff like that too. So that's the magic of water, is life. Water gives life. And so we want to make sure we're drinking the highest quality water we can. And so this is what we recommend. We have a Pure V Hydro Combo. Okay. It is structuring and ionizing water. As it goes through, it's actually vortexing it in and vortexing it out. And it's made to where you can, it's got a clear plastic flip top lid on it. So you can put it on most of the bottles of water. It'll fit most of the glass and plastic bottles, and you can just drink right through it with the flip lid. Or what I do is I take the flip lid off and I use a funnel and I just pour my water through it into my 40-ounce water bottle here that I keep with me all the time. And so it's only about 3.5 inches long. It's 1.5 inches in diameter. It'll flow 300 liters an hour, which is like 80 gallons an hour. And so it's real, it's real handy. You can carry it with you. I keep it in my computer bag all the time. So it's actually duplicating a Rocky Mountain stream. It's vortexed in and vortex back out. It's programmed. The spiral that's in there is programmed. So it's energizing it and structuring it and microclustering it and ionizing it all in one pour through. So the second we offer, the next thing to do is the frequencies of the sun determine our health. Okay, over 50% of the frequencies from the sunshine are red and infrared frequencies. And so we have an answer for that also. Okay, so that's why it's working when you put your water out in the sun. It's the red and infrared frequencies that are structuring the water, energizing it, and making it healthy, programming it with human blueprint frequencies. So sunshine stimulates our mitochondria to produce more ATP, the life force energy in our body. So when you're out in the sun with your skin exposed, you're actually getting free electrons from the sun and the rays that are stimulating the mitochondria. So set your water out in the sun for a few hours and structure it and energize it. So the other alternative to that is our red and infrared laser. Okay, I call it nature's medicine. It adds the human blueprint frequencies because the red and infrared laser beam is the same as what is coming from the sun. So we're replicating sunshine here. And we've added additional frequencies to our laser using sacred geometry. So we're actually 660 nanometers, 870 nanometers. So we're red and infrared, which is the only laser on the market that I know of that's able to do that. So we're working at the speed of light. We go through clothing, we go through the bottom of shoes. Distance doesn't make any difference, and it can be used remotely. So it's adding nature's medicine, the invisible difference. Then we also have a biophotonic amplifier. It's a gold disc that we wrap around the end of the laser that takes and amplifies the energetic benefits of the laser itself. So when you wrap this around, there's a Bobus energy measurement they use in Europe to measure life force energy, what we call life force energy. And before, the red laser had 330,000 Bobus energy units. With the gold disc, it goes to over 1 million. And then we had 1,635 additional frequencies added that match optimal wellness for our body. And with the gold disc, that went to 5,573 because we're dealing in the quantum field. And the quantum field, 1 + 1 can be 17. It's pretty amazing and fascinating when you get into it. And I've seen some amazing, miracles, so to speak, happen. So here again, we're talking about the future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. Albert Einstein said that back in the 30s. Future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. And so the future is here right now, okay, because we're working with the field and the particle. We have this field around us. The field is the sole governing agency of the particle. Well, there's a field here. It looks like it's two-dimensional, but it's actually a cocoon. We're in a cocoon, a bioenergetic field that's creating our physical particle, which is us. And so our frequencies work with both of those when we're using the lasers and pendants and stuff we have available. So the biofield creates and animates our physical body. And here's one that's even more accurate. Future medicine, William Tiller. Future medicine will be based on controlling energy frequencies in the body. And that's what we're talking about here with structured, microclustered, energized, ionized, and programmed water, is controlling the frequencies. And what we mean by controlling is raising the vibration of the body up toward optimal wellness. If you have any discomfort, dis-ease in your body, it's because you're vibrating lower than optimal wellness. And so when we energize the water, it goes into your blood. It's a higher frequency. It's closer to optimal wellness. The lower frequency will always train up to the higher frequency. And you get about 30% more life force energy in your blood in 30 seconds. And then the added free electrons separate your red blood cells into free flowing. That gives you better microcirculation. And then when the free flowing blood goes through the lungs, it gives up more toxins and picks up more oxygen. So now your body's got what it needs to heal itself, help heal itself, no matter what the label is. 30% more life force energy, better microcirculation, more oxygen, and more detoxing. So that's pretty powerful. So again, it's about controlling energy frequencies in the body, being able to raise them. So here's what I was talking about earlier with the tap water and the bottled water. Tap water and bottled water have a bulbous energy or life force energy of about 3,500. Well, a healthy base for a human being is 16,000. So if you're drinking tap water and bottled water, reverse osmosis water, and even ionized water, none of them are above 16,000. Tap water and bottled water is like 3,500, or RO water is about 6,600, I think it was. Ionized was about 9,000 or 9,500. So we want to drink water and eat food that has over 16,000 bulbous units of energy in it. So if you're eating something out of a tinfoil wrapper, never seen the sunshine, it's less than 16,000, and that's continually stealing energy and weakening the body. Where if you eat something that's over 16,500, then its body receives constructive energy, and thus it's strengthened. And that's what we're after, is strengthening it. So here's the sunshine I carry with me. Okay, it's the red and infrared laser with the gold disc, and then run it through the hydroflow. You can run it through the hydroflow first and structure it, microcluster it, and ionize it, and add some more life force, some human blueprint frequencies, and then laser it with the gold disc, or you can laser it with the gold disc and then run it through. Either way, both ways work. So again, I carry my sunshine and my Rocky Mountain stream with me all the time, because my health is my greatest asset, and I'm going to pay attention to it, and I'm going to keep it as stay as healthy as I can, so I can have as much fun as I can and help as many people as I can as I go through life, enjoying life. And so we've also done some scientific testing on it to kind of back it up. Dr. Kuhn down in Santa Fe, New Mexico, is head of GDV System Southwest, which is a gas discharge visualization camera. Now it's called a BioWell, I think. And it makes the invisible visible and measurable. So this camera takes a picture of life force energy. And the drop on the far left, number one, is the life force energy in a drop of tap water. Then number two is the life force energy after it was poured through the bottle topper one time. Okay, because you can pour it through the bottle topper more than once, and helps increase the energy even more. So you can see the glow. There's a lot more energy after it went through just one time through the bottle topper. Then this third one here is after it was poured through the bottle topper and then lasered for 30 seconds with the red laser by itself. And you can see the glow got even bigger and a little more uniform, a little more round. And then number four is the gold laser with the red laser with the gold disc on it. And you can see it's even more uniform and just a little bit bigger. It's a lot more than it was even with the red laser by itself. And so it's helping the body help itself, heal itself more quickly. And so how to optimize your mitochondria: duplicate sunlight at will with the Pure Vibrance red infrared laser light and the gold disc. And that stimulates the mitochondria to produce about 30% more life force energy in 30 seconds. Every photon in the red infrared laser light gives up an electron to the water in our body and the EZ water, and it also helps reducing free radicals and lowering inflammation, because free radicals are, looking for and trying to steal an electron, and that's why they damage some of the other cells. So this helps reduce that, which is also reducing inflammation. So what we're doing is igniting your body's own energy to upregulate gene expression and build a healthier protein. And proteins are the expression of life. Again, they're responsible for the structure and function of your body. And this is what happens. This is what it looks like through microscopy. Okay, stimulating the mitochondria relaxes mitochondria. They communicate better cell to cell, produce about 30% more life force energy in 30 seconds. So this is a blood of a lady, 48 years old. It's all roulade, sticking together. And she was saying she was hydrated, but the microscopist actually had her drink another 12 ounces of water and test her blood again. And this is what it was. So what they did is just shine the red infrared laser on her chest for about 2 minutes, and then took her blood sample again. And this is what it looked like. This is what I was talking about earlier. In 30 seconds to a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes, your blood becomes all free flowing. And this is what we've got on the left here is a compromised immune system. And here on the right, we have a healthy immune system. And I don't know about you, but I'm going to keep a healthy immune system. So I laser myself every day. I laser on my water. I laser my food. It neutralizes the toxins in food, helps become a little more assimilatable, because it's not about what you eat. It's about how much you can assimilate in your body. And then Dr. Bruce Lipton, one of my favorites. He's got some great stuff out on the internet. The fate of our cells is determined by the chemistry of our blood. And again, no exceptions. Your blood is 94% water, and it's it's critical to stay hydrated so that your blood vessels and everything function, and your body can stay, optimally well. So here's a test we did also with the Bobus energy of using the hydro and the red laser and the gold disc, etc. So you can see this is what I was talking about earlier. The baseline for tap water was 3,400. Bobus energy, reverse osmosis was 6,300. Kangen unit was 84, the ionizer, and then the RO unit vitalized through the vortex is 10,300. So I'm just going to jump down to the bottom here, or not quite the bottom, but going through the hydro one time, and then the red laser with the gold disc. Tap water goes from 3,400 to 25,000. So 25,000 is over 16,500. And so, and it helps mitigate any of the toxins in tap water. So if you're still drinking tap water, this would be a great upgrade for you. Reverse osmosis, you want to add minerals back into reverse osmosis, but it went from 6,300 to 5,000 or 55,000 Bobus energy or life force energy. And then the Kangen unit went to 65,000, and then the RO vitalizer vortex water went from 10,300 to 114,000, and that's what I drink there. And so that's the kind of water that's going to help give your body more life force energy and help heal itself naturally. And again, you can go through the hydro twice and it will double those energy numbers. So it's pretty phenomenal. And something I enjoy doing because it works every time. So again, the hydro, the red laser, gold disc, and the hydro, sunshine, and Rocky Mountain stream. And so that's the key to helping us help ourselves heal our bodies, is to drink water that's going to do just that. Help us by drinking structured, microclustered, ionized, energized, electron-free, and programmed water. Now the body's got what it needs, because free electrons, you want as many free electrons in your body as possible every day. You want to have your water replenished every day, because you're using water for digestion, you're using water when you exhale, and then when you go to the bathroom, it's always the body needs to have that water replaced every day, and it needs to be quality water that's going to help your body heal itself. So we have a full line of products. We've got detoxing powders. We've got 3 different lasers. The red one is my favorite. It's for the muscular skeletal body. We got a green laser that helps the body carry more blood. The red blood cells carry more oxygen, and it's got frequencies added to help with internal organ systems of the body. And then we have a violet laser that's antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. And so I use all 3 lasers in my water because I want all those frequencies going into my body and keep my immune system strong. And that's what we're talking about doing here, is building a strong and powerful immune system to where, like in the last 3-4 years, I haven't been concerned about any of it. because I know I've got an immune system that functions and takes care of me. Okay. And then we've got some frequency discs that are programmed, some pendants that are programmed for emotional healing as well as physical, helping the body clear emotional trauma memory. So we've got a full line of lotions. We got a skin lotion. All of our lotions are certified toxic free and edible. Not too many people can eat their skin lotion. Okay. Tastes great on dark chocolate. And some people use it on as a salad dressing even. We've got a toothpaste that's documented as re-enameling teeth and healing, helping the body heal. I have to be careful how I say that. Helping the body heal infections that the dentist had given up on. So we got some great tests. We've got scientific tests on those also. So when you're using our products to raise your body's vibration for self-healing, you actually are upregulating your gene expression, again, to build a healthier protein. And proteins, again, are the expression of life, responsible for the structure and function. But you're also stimulating stem cell production and lengthening telomeres, which is pretty awesome. Okay. It's actually reverse it's reverse aging. It's not just anti-aging, but in some cases, because the body's dynamic and it can help itself heal itself when we give it what it needs and get out of its way. And again, you got to make some changes because you can't keep doing the same thing, over and over. But it's time to get away from the Cleopatra, denial syndrome, or whatever you want to call it, and really start looking at, what's the cause. And you'll find the cause, the first cause will be dehydration. So you can get a hold of me, give me a call, text me, email me with any questions or anything. And we've got a couple of startup packages here. Normally the red laser is $299 and the hydro combo is $199. And so $500. But as a first time customer, you can get a 54 to 66% discount. So you can get the red laser and the hydro for $299 and samples of the toxic-free edible lotions and stuff that we have. Or if you just need the hydro, you can get it for $199 along with the lotions. And then we've got 3 other packages. Like we had a $999 package that's got all 3 lasers, an ionizer, the hydro, and a bunch of other stuff in it. It's a $2,600 retail for $999. So all those are available. And, give me to help you help yourself. The red laser guy. Give me a call. Let me know how I can help. My email is joe@theredlaserguy.com. Phone number 469-766-5511. So take care. Remember, nobody else can vibrate for you. It's up to you to vibrate for yourself. But we're here to help in every way we can. So we can give you a shortcut by using the lasers and some of the products that are already vibrating at optimal wellness. So take care, have fun, and we'll see you on the next show. Bye for now.